Round 2 of the season, the 20th season of the ADAC GT Masters. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to a glorious, hot and sunny Zandvoort. We've travelled about 1,100 kilometres northwest from the Red Bull Crest, and it's Sandro Holzem who will start on pole position with Alex Nisov alongside for Pure Racing. They will head into Tarzan Turn 1, hopefully side by side. Nicholas Callas and Tim Zimmerman will line up on row 2 of the grid. On row 3 is last year's winner, Finn Zulauf, with Jamie Day alongside him in the mighty Aston Martin from Come To You Racing. Then Simon Conoprim and John Paul Sutherland line up next on row 4 of the grid. On row 5, Colin Berninghausen and Fabio Rauer. So Berninghausen and Pickler want to try and move forwards from that P9 starting position. Then it's Mark Kastelitz and Emil Yertram. Emil probably prefer to have been a little bit further than row 6, but will be making progress from there after quality this morning. Then Max Kukaresi on row 7 with Joseph Ellerine alongside him. Between 25 and 35 minutes into the race, the green lights are on, and a really good start from Sandro Holzem. Already the front row starter of Alex Nisov dropping back a little bit into the clutches of the Mustang behind. So the cars all looking for those positions in the opening lap. Round turn 2, we come up into turn 3. Everybody's made it around the first couple of corners.
And he said, I've probably got to make up positions at the start. Well, unfortunately, he's lost the place off the start. We're getting a replay of that now. A bit further back, keep an eye out for that Porsche of Colin Berninghausen. He made up a place at the start, and he was all over the back of that green and yellow Aston Martin of Jamie Day. There is the red and white Porsche, already up a place there. Lamborghini running out wide, and look how close they got on the run through turns 2 and 3. Absolutely side by side. But Jamie Day just stood tall, stood firm, and didn't let the race winner from last time out get past him. And a reminder that the top 3 from the previous race carry success ballast. Colin Berninghausen, who starts that number 14 Porsche and drives it with Leo Pickler, he's got 20 kilograms of success ballast on the car. The other Razzoon Moorland Racing Porsche of Mark Kastelitz and Pavel Lefterov has got 10 kilograms, and the championship leaders have got 5 kilograms on board. It's tough on the tyres around here, really tough. It's a pretty abrasive circuit. It's been resurfaced.
We have a pit window that opens 25 minutes into the race and remains open for 10 minutes, but of course we do not have tyre changes as part of that pit stop, so they need to look after those tyres. Going an hour around the circuit in these conditions is always a challenge. Right, we can see
the heaviest braking zone, that's down into turn 1 at Tarzan, where you slow the cars down from over 250 kilometers an hour to just 90 kilometers an hour, zipping of course out of that banking that reshaped the circuit to gain Grand Prix racing once again in 2020. He cannot yet find a way past, and the BMW we know is quick in a straight line. Turbo-powered engine gets it pretty rapidly along the start-finish straight, which is where the Aston Martin needs to be close.
It's where the drivers will need to come in for their mandatory stop and driver change. There's a minimum pit stop time of 85 seconds, so the teams will be strategizing when to bring their drivers in when the pit window opens. At the moment, it's just giving it all out on track, but looking after those tyres.
It's all movable depending on the situation and the race, and reacting to perhaps what the other teams are doing. Now, they've got this minimum pit stop time, but you can't go under it, else you get a penalty. So the closer to the absolute nail you can get, the better. Too tight into a corner, if you go too narrow to the curb, it always sends you out wide on the exit, and it just slows you down overall. You can't get on the throttle as quick. It's not been a big leap to get into the Mustang, and he feels immediately at home in the car. He enjoyed driving the Ferrari. He said the Audi that he drove last year just didn't suit his style. Didn't get onto the podium last year. Top 6 battle, and he's handing over the number 77 HLS Racing Audi now to Robin Rogalski for the second stint. This is a driver that's only just got himself thrown into the race. Cost you a lap, by the way, when you make these pit stops. So everyone that's made a pit stop has got a lap down.
In the number 9 Porsche, there we look down at the pit lane, and I fear for the message that is coming. And there you go, penalty lap 1 time for a pit stop infringement for both of those cars. So Keanu Blum and Felix Hersiger are both going to have to visit the penalty box. It's a box that is painted on the circuit on the exit of turn 12. And now Juliana Holzem, well, I said he's going to take the lead. He's got the momentum still. He gives him a punt into turn 2. contact between the two of them. He goes high up on the banking, sends the Porsche.
The Porsche was a bit out of shape, wasn't it, as it came into the corner, and you can understand why the BMW was so close, but he just got slightly through that pit stop phase by a fraction. Was the Porsche. It didn't pay off in the end, though. Look at this, side by side, Keanu Blum trying to get at the inside of the Aston Martin, but just about closing the door in time here is Bedouin de 2.
Brilliant stuff. Love it. That was a proper NASCAR move, that was.
That was mega. It started because D2 just clipped the dust, didn't he, on the way into the corner, the right side of the car.
Well, great stuff from Leo Pickler. Now it's Storm Yerdrum, who's gone off onto the gravel. He's kept it all going. The 16-year-old making his debut season in GT3 racing. This time last year, he was racing.
Dare move over because the Porsche's going to come through. Almost the gap, side by side. Leo Pickler comes through. Bodywork flies off the Porsche. The Aston Martin sent out wide. It's going to lose another place. Look. To the Lamborghini, that's going to come through as well of Hersinger, who's also served a penalty.
That's a bit loose. I think he's struggling for a little bit of grip at the back, Bedouin de 2. But Leo Pickler just kept it in there. That is out of turn 3, out towards turn 4. I don't think he's got much to defend with from the BMW. Furry getting the job done.
Nice.
Out around turns 4 and 5. The car going up high over the brow of the hills, just showing us why he is a previous champion and a future champion. Such skill. And we got a safety car out on track. That may be, is that for Storm Yerdrum? No, it's for the, I think there is a very expensive Lamborghini Huracan hanging in mid-air.
Don't drop it.
And I should think that Team Engsler will be looking on with their hands over their eyes.
Absolutely fantastic. What a move. We've seen two stunners, haven't we, in this race? And look at Keanu Blum squeezing past the Porsche as well. Got a really good exit coming out of turn 3. So he gets himself up to third on the road.
To gain positions. That was where Keanu Blum quite rightly got to the inside of the number 9 car. Took a nice tight line through that corner. Brilliant stuff from Keanu Blum.
Yeah, very good job.
Furry has anticipated it well. Out across the line they come, in towards turn 1. Furry sees his opportunity. He looks to the inside, then to the outside. Is he going to go the long way round into the lead of this race? He's got a nose in front at the moment. Olsen fighting back, giving him the space into turn 2. What a move from Leighton Furry. Plus 1 lap remaining. We've got challenges up and down the pack, heading in towards, this is a replay, heading in towards turn 1 at the start. This is a replay. Leighton Furry going around the outside of Sandro Holzer. While we're looking at that, there are other challenges going on around the circuit as everybody sees
coming
the same.
Out of that left-hander at turn 10, and so suddenly, look, Alan Valente sniffs an opportunity. He's going to be on the outside line, though, for the right-hander. If he can stay there, for the left-hander that immediately follows, he'll be able to get through. He won't. He can't. Storm Yerdrum does a perfect job of fending him off, and Valente closes the door just in time to stop Max Rice coming through in the blue and gold Mustang.
We saw that he never gave up at the Red Bull Ring. He got that win out of the final corner of the first race of the season. So he's going to push all the way. Pickler, the back end slides slightly. Now the Lamborghini muscles through on the inside. Pickler tries to fight back, but now through goes Hersiger up into 4th place on the very last lap of the race. Felix Hersiger, I wonder whether Pickler got a problem. He certainly had to get out the power there, but Hersiger becoming the specialist at grabbing points on the very last lap of the race. It is the last lap. It is the last corner. It's going to be a 3rd ever win for Leighton Furry. A 5th ever win for Tim Zimmerman in the ADAC GT Masters, race 3 of the season. Across the line, matching their best ever score, the Holzem twins in 2nd place. Keanu Blum along with Nicholas Callas, that rounds out the podium.
So they were a bit downbeat after what they hoped would be a strong weekend for them at the Red Bull Ring, where BMWs normally go well. It didn't work out, and it's a short championship of just 12 races, and so they had to make it count today, and they have.
They certainly have. Top step of the podium for Tim Zimmerman and Leighton Furry. The Holzem twins in 2nd. Nicholas Callas, Keanu Blum in 3rd. Finn Zulav, Felix Hersiger in 4th. 5th place, Colin Birdinghouse and Leo Pickler ahead of Alex Nisov and Alex Malikin. Then Mark Kastelitz, Pavel Lefterov in 7th. 8th, Joseph Ellerine, Duran.
The trophy for the winning team will be presented again by Matteo Braga, circuit manager for Pirelli.
Circuit manager again for Pirelli with the team trophy. So we'll pause for the obligatory photos. There'll be some short-lived celebrations, short-lived because they gotta get the cars prepared, get them back to the garage, get them prepared because it's an early start tomorrow for qualifying for race 2 of the weekend, taking place about 8:15 tomorrow morning, where the track will probably be entirely different to what it is now. And then we will all regather again at about 3:05 tomorrow afternoon for the second race of round 2 of the ADAC GT Masters. It will be the 4th race of a 12-race season in the 20th year of this wonderful championship.